Hello guys, welcome back to another Napoleon Total War multiplayer battle. As I'm here in Dresden, as I'm playing as my friend Le Duc Montebello. As I guess we'll go through my army setup real quick. As I have two dragoons over here, as I believe another two over there. Yep, two more dragoons. So 4 overall dragoons, and then 5 voltigeurs. The other 2 over there. And about 4 Polish Legion. So there's 4th. And then 3 Swiss foot. No, 4 looks like. And then I have 1 Young Guard and the 18th Regiment of the Brave, which is sitting there right in the forest. So yeah, there we go. There's my army setup. Fast forward through the movement. Alright, here we go. We'll go over Le Duc's Prussian force. So yeah, there's 1 Lancer over here, Foot Guard, 2 Musketeers, some Hussars, some Grenadiers, or Grenadier unit, Musketeers, Count von, whenever the attempt to even say that, another Hussar, some Dragoons, another Grenadier, some more Musketeers, and some Jaegers, rounding out another Jaeger. And a Silesian Schutzen. That's what it looks like. Is right away I'm going to charge my units across right here. Trying to get a good flanking position at first. So I'm sending a good amount of my army to, protect the town, at least enough, about what looks like to be about 5 units. And I still have a good force over here, or at least not much at the moment. It's all about my skirms. I have a Polish Legion coming up here. Bridge. And I wasn't completely paying attention, but my men get charged by a Lancer unit. It looks like I do get the charge in. And here comes another Lancer unit. So of course Dragoons aren't going to do good against Lancers. So I try to get my Volt set up. So I'm starting to run my Polish Legion across. So I'm going to lose my Dragoons instantly to these charges. And they are going to do some damage to these Lancer units, but they're not going to last long against them.
Our men are running, sir!
So there goes 1. So there they both go. So they're going to get some nice shots off into the Lancer units. They're still going to get charged. Good amount. The first one is going to rout before it hits the line. But the second is still going to make it to the line, but it's still going to get some damage. So I'm going to lose a skirm unit. No. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see what happens. Down to 15 men. It honestly looks like my skirms are going to outlast those Lancers. Yep. Well, I don't know. These Volt have weak melee. Not doing much. So I guess I start moving the line back again across the river. Le Duc moves up his army to take hold on this area. So unfortunately this one just gets caught up against them. So I do start moving some of my army over here to take the flank, based on my Young Guard and the Brave. And somehow these Lancers are still alive. Sir. So there goes 1 Voltigeur unit. So it just seems like the Lancers just won't die. And it finally routs. Did damage, but it finally routs. And then another unit charges in. And I'm just gonna end up charging them back across the river. My Volunteers are gonna make their way across back to the river side. They are gonna make it, as he's gonna change his direction with his Hussars and get rid of the last of that Volunteer unit that's been routing. So for the most part, combat has been swift. Not much is happening now. It's gonna be a bit of a standstill at the moment until I figure out what exactly I'm gonna do. Shoot one or two of them down, so maybe we're in range. Keeps on making unwise moves, as you can see, as Hussar's getting shot up, just sitting there across from the river for my Volunteers. As he's going to start moving some of his units over to block this side of the river. So at the time, I'm still walking my men. Trying to focus somewhat on this side. There's not much is happening right now. Then that's when I move my units across the river. With a good flank here for them to for Leduc to push, but it's not going to do that too much. Still walking my men. Now they're actually running, so I did notice that he was moving a flanking force over here. His combat has came to a pause at the moment, just making some strategic moves. So he's going to try to do another cav charge, and they're just going to get slaughtered even before they even get there, as there they go. Yet again, we're out another Hussar unit. My Volunteers took another good hit from them, unfortunately. So they're gone. I still have my line just sitting here looking pretty at the moment. So I did not push completely across the river because I noticed that the force that was here just kind of withdrew and just decided to stand here at the river for now. Have my remaining 2 Dragoon units sitting doing nothing. My first strategic movement here was against this flank.
Our men are running, sir!
I just lost a Volunteer unit. And this is the first real combat of the battle besides these little skirmish areas and big cav charge. So I'm trying to create this mild flank, but not much is happening. See, it's 2 units against 1 right now in this area. So I am definitely outnumbered. This foot guard is going to quickly annihilate my Polish Legion. So Leduc's going to definitely put up a good fight here. He's going to be doing damage, but his foot guards have already gotten a good advantage over me. As I move this line up again, those Volunteers came back, so I'll move them back up to help in a minute. So this poor Polish Legion here is just not doing so hot. They got actually a decent position. This Polish Legion here is just not. It's just going down quickly. Burkhart's having a mildly superior position up on the hill. They're about to rout. That's when I start moving some of my units over to help, you know, reinforce this area. I'm trying to take it so I can start flanking around here.
Our men are running, sir!
There goes that unit of Polish Legion. Lost to a foot guard. It was a nice little firefight. This musketeer unit's going to start getting outflanked by my other Polish Legion. This Silesian shoots in, getting shot up. So eventually I'm going to move this flank back to go up against the foot guard.
Our men are running, sir!
There goes another Polish Legion. The ultimate power right now, these musketeers. That's when I start moving another unit across the river. As of right now, it does look like the Duke's starting to beat me right now, but it's not going to last for how it looks for right now. So I start getting flanked really bad. I'm going to move that unit back. As of right now, it does look like I've lost this flank. But I still have. And this unit is getting dwindled. There it goes. I think I reformed the flank, I don't know. But, get this unit falling back to this position to go up against this foot guard. So I'm rushing in a Swiss foot to aid in the attack. So this Polish Legion came back from routing. Notice that in a minute, but I don't think it's even going to make it to the line. That unit of Voltigeurs came back from routing. Yeah, get that Polish Legion moving back across. I don't know why I wanted to go that way, but anyway, once it gets to the line eventually. This Swiss foot still getting ready. It's there. Fire that volley. Boom! It's absolute drenched in bullets. So Duke's trying to follow my flank here. These musketeers still putting up a fight. I'm going to end up following this flank back again once I know, so he's got that outflank right there. I mean, right now, Leduc could have tried to attack me from the flank, but, you know. See, that's why I reformed the flank. This musketeer unit, there it goes. I mean, he could have just rushed his whole entire force right here against this area. It could have probably won it. He's not going to do that. Looks like I start moving a cav unit over. It's gonna go right there.
Our men are running, sir.
I lost that Polish Legion to the foot guard, so I just decided to charge in against this Silesian Schutzen. Trying to outflank. Then he starts moving that Jaeger unit over. I sent him my Swiss foot. He waited too long to do that. Let's move this Polish Legion in behind the foot guard. This Swiss foot's gonna take some damage before it gets lined up to fire at that Jaeger. So I'm trying to get lined up against this musketeer unit. And you know, the usual failure, trying to push the run button. So I'm just gonna get charged by this foot guard unit. It's not gonna last long against this Swiss foot. So they're falling to my Polish Legion. Musketeer unit ain't gonna like it too much. I mean, of course, my Swiss foot taking some decent loss to foot guard, but there it goes. So I just basically went out to an all-out firefight against this Jaeger unit and just obliterating it. So now I've definitely won this flank. This musketeer unit finally getting dwindled to a point where it just can't take it anymore, and there it goes. And that's when the Duke finally starts trying to push some reinforcements over on my flank. And it can help him much. See, I'm still trying to hold strong in this area. This Dragoon is just still sitting there. Get another firefight with this Grenadier unit. So he's gonna make a weird move here and just gonna move him back, and it's gonna get a nice volley from my Swiss foot into the flank. And they ain't gonna like that a bit. So I'm rushing my remaining line from over here in this nice firefight over to take out this huge amount of musketeers.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must
I know
rest
they're
a while.
fatigued. They need to rush. If I don't take this flank, I've lost the battle. I don't really get what he was doing at this point. And I just started charging my Polish Legion against his Grenadiers. The one that came back from routing on the bridge. Get a nice little charge in. My Polish Legion getting in line, getting ready to fire. So I routed that Grenadier unit. And I'm going to send these two units into a line right behind these two Musketeer units. And all of his main force is now over here. It's just going to take me a very short time to overwhelm him at this point. Lost that Polish Legion. I mean, it's starting to look grim already, but I have this Dragoon unit moving up from behind, from this little river crossing over there. These Musketeers putting down a lot of fire. And you know, another one of those errors I made, forgot to tell them to run. If I don't notice it, maybe. I don't know, it's taking them a while. My men are getting decent balls into them. And that unit runs out of ammo. So, what do I decide to do? Well, I charge them. And I finally start telling these guys to run into position. The charge is going to come at a price. Been lost. Either way, getting this nice flanking fire into the back of this musketeer. So I get a square real quick. So that remaining Hussar unit from over there. Give her a charge. This unit also gets into a square. Some, you know, cab. So all I really have over here for my force now is a couple of dwindled units. So I have another Swiss foot moving over. The only reinforcement I have left is another Swiss foot. I noticed he was. Don't really think I get them into a square.
Our men are
My
running,
cav
sir.
sitting back there doing nothing. So these cav are just gonna get quickly swindled from their charge. My cavs still sitting back there looking pretty. It looks like my flanking force has been lost at this point, but it hasn't. I did lose that unit due to all the cav. This unit's still in square. See, I'm moving my cav over more. Still staying in square. My Swiss foot came to reinforce, getting up in line. I think where's my Swiss foot? Right here, taking a lot of losses. You know, those dragoons I was gonna line up here, I decided to charge into that Swiss foot or musketeer. Huh? Think of my own men.
Our men are running,
So
sir.
I lost this Swiss foot due to probably kind of friendly fire. But now I have to go up against this musketeer unit. So he gets his men into a square. I still have this unit, came back from routing. So now it's my Swiss foot against the musketeer unit here. To try to get my men to keep moving back, but of course they want to keep charging the square, so they're going to take a few more needless losses. My Swiss foot not only taking any losses at this point. It's a very long range fire going on. That unit routed, they came back, and it only took about one loss or two. This Duke made not only a mistake, but he did get his men into a square. So I'm gonna get that charge in. So another Swiss foot came back from routing. And at this point, it is starting to look like I might lose this, or it's just going to be an extremely close victory. This is a long firefight against this musketeer unit and my Swiss foot. The Duke eventually takes his men out of square, and as the Duke was trying to reinforce his flank over here, I started moving my force over to attack this musketeer and Jaeger unit. So I was just paying attention for every advantage I could take, so I knew this was going to be an extremely close battle if I didn't take advantage of whatever I could. Then I charged my cabin against, somehow, for some reason, they were doing this kind of thing. And he wasn't paying attention, so I got my men into a square. Not a square, but I did get the charge in, haha. Thinking that he was supposed to get into a square, but he didn't get that. So my dragoons get a nice charge into the flank of his musketeers, and they're just going to quickly falter to my dragoons. So there they go. These musketeers finally starting to dwindle down. So I move my Swiss foot over to attack, but it's not going to help much.
This building has fallen to the
That's when he started taking up the building. And somehow, for some reason, this Swiss foot just gets obliterated in melee combat against this musketeer. I still don't understand why, but it just does. It's going to be mostly Swiss foot that die right here at this point. I don't know why. He's occupied this building with one grenadier unit so far. I try to get a charge in. I was going to move my units out of here, but decided not to.
Our men are running, sir!
Because like I said, for some reason, the Swiss foot decided to rout at 88 men. So they just got obliterated in melee combat. And then this is the first start of this battle over here, which really is more of a skirmish at this point. It's Voltigeurs and some Jaegers. As I'm firing to this lovely form square, very convenient to shoot up a unit. And it's just going to get quickly killed. There's some much more close-up action firing. So I get my dragoons into his general. My dragoons are gonna wear out before they do too much damage. And I'm starting to think that his musketeer unit ran out of ammo because they were not moving or firing. So that unit routs. So now it's starting to look a lot more positive for how I'm doing in this battle. He actually has a musketeer and a grenadier in that building. So at this point, my Young Guard and the Brave are going to become the saviors of this battle. And this Jaeger unit is just going to get quickly slaughtered to my Young Guard and the Brave. Musketeers taking a few losses, they retreated. So now there's some battles looking a lot more in my favor than it was earlier. This is just because he decided to garrison himself in a building. So I'm moving my Jaegers in that lineup.
We have killed their general, sir. Now
and he decided to charge in his general, so his general is now dead. But he did rout that Swiss foot. The remainder of his general unit, I get the square on, so it's just gonna go by quickly. And then this final battle between this musketeer and my units happens up here. So he has a bit of a superior hill position, but that's why I'm trying to perform an outmaneuvering flank at this point. That musketeer unit came back from routing from this little skirmish over here. I don't even call it a skirmish, it's more like an all-out battle. So see what I was talking about? All Swiss foot have died right here. I still don't know why. All Swiss foot. He's got ultimately murdered in melee combat. So I start outmaneuvering this musketeer unit. So he starts retreating yet again. So that is him outmaneuvering him at this point. So my Young Guard are just gonna quickly keep a nice volley, flank. So I'm moving the Swiss foot over to prepare to attack the building for later. So I still have this Dragoon unit, which is not going to be used in the rest of this battle at all. This dude continue to put his musketeer unit into tight situation. So all he's going to end up doing is getting his unit murdered. As the Duke pushes this final unit into the building. So we'll go over the battlefield. Actually, no, let's see the final firefight between these units over here before we do that. And now his unit's fully boxed in, cannot go anywhere. So my Young Guard put a nice volley into him. As this unit just gets quickly dropped to nothing but bloody bodies. Oh yeah, that volley dropped everything moving. So that's the remaining of his army. That's not in the building, so I'm going to fast forward because this charge's going to take a while to even start for me to get to the building. So I guess so I'm fast forwarding, we'll go over the battlefield real quick. So the battle started over here. cav charge. And then he charged my volts as they are moving across the river, and my dead volt gears right there. I moved across to put some Polish Legion here. Try and make a flank. Flip guard killed my Polish Legion. Made a nice line here. Slaughtered some Silesian Schutzen and some Musketeers. Moved the flank up. As soon as they all routed, pushed the flank here. Took out them right there. And all that remains is these Musketeer units and a Grenadier unit inside of this town hall. So I'm basically getting my line ready, so that's when I start moving them up. I mean, I already knew we'd lost the battle because these Grenadiers aren't going to last long. Get some young guard. And they're not the old guard, but they're still good at melee combat compared to Musketeers. So I'm moving the line, or the lines, up. As my dragoons look over the hill. I'm telling you, this was a long, long time before I actually got the charge in and ready. You can barely tell if I'm even fast forwarding or not. So he decides to charge his one Musketeer unit into the Swiss foot that remains to make the final charge, the final blow to this Musketeer unit. As it's quickly going to fall to this
A glorious
Swiss foot.
victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
That's when I get to give them the order to charge into the building, as all the remaining infantry units I have are just going to charge into the building. Now I'm going to save my volts. They're just going to go into the building with everything. As these random Grenadiers standing outside the building are going to give me a few losses before my men actually enter into the building. See, my men just go through the door. See my young guard looking pretty back there, my brave 18th Regiment. Okay, nice look at this little melee combat going on up here. He's doing a trick. I don't really know where my Swiss foot have moved into. That's when I charge in the 18th Regiment, the Brave. These Grenadiers are still fighting out here. The random ones decide to stay outside. So I start firing up this building with my young guard. And they're not going to get too many kills, but I decided to put a few volleys into the building. And there are still 2 Grenadiers sitting out here. I think I just got a TK with Swiss foot to a young guard. I am going to eventually charge this young guard and including my Volunteers that still sit back here into the building, just to make this battle go by even quicker. You can see the Grenadier still fighting and a Musketeer unit. See my men fighting in there. I think they're they're going to start rushing upstairs now. As there go my young guard into the building. They're just going to face the door, it looks like. They're going to be the final decisive blow to this melee combat, but my Volunteers are also going to come in.
Our men are running, sir!
I don't know what unit I lost. I think I lost the Swiss foot that originally went in there. Yep, there it goes. Down to 32 men. They fought valiantly. As the Grenadier unit routed finally, also. So there goes one random guy. So my men just continue to rush the building. So for the most part, this battle is already over. His musketeers aren't going to stand a chance against the remaining amount of my army in melee combat. Not much to watch. Wow, that Grenadier that was standing outside was the only survivor. I actually made my Dragoons get off their horses and I had them charge in. No, I already knew it was over. I just decided to a little extra ante just to end it quicker. Whoops, that's a move of the camera that I did not want. Either way, it's over at this point. So my men make a final charge to the 3rd floor. Can't even see into the 3rd floor.
We have taken the building,
And
sir.
there they go. The Musketeers finally decided to rout. So that's the end of this 1v1, you guys. Hope you guys liked it. So we will get a stat screen. There we go. As I did deploy more overall. See, the Brave got a lot of kills. Overall, my units did get a decent amount of kills. Either way. Kill 1,511, so it does look like there's a bit of TKing going around, but there's always TKing in these battles. Either way, guys, that's the end of that battle, so I'll see you guys in the next Napoleon Total War or whatever video comes out. Peace.